Sometimes it's the small, simple words that make your English sound more advanced and more natural. And in today's lesson, you'll learn to keep your English simple with the same expressions that a lot of native and advanced speakers use with the verb make. And we'll learn these expressions in a story about an entrepreneur and their dream vacation. Hi, I'm your English coach, Christina, and welcome to Business English with Christina, where you become better at English and better at business. In today's lesson, it's story time. I'm going to tell you a story. It's a fictional story, of course, about an entrepreneur who decided to go on their dream vacation because they reached a big goal in their business. The reason we're doing this is because stories are a great way to learn new vocabulary because they help you to remember better, and especially if the story is something that you can identify with and you can relate to. Maybe even a story that helps you dream about something. And after the story, of course, we will quiz you on the new vocabulary. So a couple of years ago, I started a side business while I was working at my regular job. And suddenly this year, I got a couple of big important clients. And to be honest, I just made a killing. So I was able to quit my regular job and bring in a small team to help me to run the company. And then I made up my mind. It was time for a long overdue vacation. Because I was busy running the business, I didn't have a lot of time to plan ahead, and I just decided I wanted to be more spontaneous. And since I'm my own boss now, that means that I can take some weeks away whenever I want to. So I bought a plane ticket to Malta. Now, I did think of making a hotel reservation before I went, so I made a last-ditch effort to research some good hotels. But then I figured, since it's not tourist season, maybe I'll just, go with the flow and see what I feel like doing and where I feel like staying when I arrive. But when my plane landed, I realized that they'd lost my luggage, so I had to make do with the things I had in my small carry-on. But you know what? I didn't mind because it means I just had to make do with the essentials. My laptop, a few clothes, and toiletries. And everything else you can buy. So I took a taxi to St. Paul's Bay. It's this little seaside resort, and in tourist season, it's really quite busy, but this was the off season. So I was able to find a place to stay pretty easily. And at reception, I grabbed a map and decided to go out and explore the neighborhood. And I went out, walked around for a while, but then when it was time to make my way back to my hotel, I realized that I couldn't make heads or tails of the map. Now, before we find out what happened next in the story, a quick little announcement for you. If you're an entrepreneur or a business owner and you know that you need to improve your English so that you can increase your business, go ahead and go get my English Habits Starter Kit to help you start building those solid, essential habits that will help you to improve your English regularly, consistently, every day, on the long term, so that you see results. The link for that English Habits Starter Kit is down in the notes below this video. Now, let's get back to the story. So I ended up going down this small street, and then that's when I saw this tiny door, and it looked like it went into a house, but actually it went into a restaurant, and the smell of the food inside, oh my goodness, it made my mouth water. And I realized that I was actually really hungry. So I went in and I ordered the alata, which is this fish stew. It's a local specialty and it's so good. After dinner, I could think clearly. And so I was able to ask directions back to the hotel because in Malta, they all speak very good English. And I walked along the beach as the sun set, knowing that I could finally enjoy this vacation when I want to because my business is working for me. And that just made my day. Okay, now it's time to see if you remember those expressions that you heard in the story. It's quiz time, boys and girls. And here's your first quiz question. What expression could complete this sentence? I don't have my computer today, so I'll just have to with my tablet. Which expression would you use? Make do, make my mind up, or make my way? Here's the answer. I don't have my computer today. I'll have to make do with my tablet. And of course, you can also check this quiz and check the answers if you want to make some notes or write them down over at the blog. And the link to the blog post for this lesson is, of course, down in the notes. All right, here's quiz question number 2. What expression would complete this sentence? My client made a wise decision bringing on an expert to help them. Now they're, making my mouth water, making a killing, making a last-ditch effort. Here's the answer. My client made a wise decision bringing on an expert to help them. Now they're making a killing. Okay, and here is the third and final question of the quiz. Which answer best answers this question? Why did the entrepreneur in this story decide to go on vacation? Because they achieved an important business goal? Because they finally had enough money? Because they finally were their own boss and could leave when they wanted to? Or all of the above? Of course, the answer is all of the above. That entrepreneur definitely deserved that vacation. Now, remember, if you want to achieve your goals, small, regular habits are essential to reaching those big, long-term goals. And that's why I created the English Habits Starter Kit for you to help you get those goals in place, get those habits in place, fix your goals, get the habits, and then be as regular and consistent as possible, reaching your goal step by step so that you too can take your dream vacation. And as I always say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So here's how you can use what you learned in this lesson today. Where is a place that you would travel to if you reached an important goal or milestone in your business? What would be your dream vacation to reward yourself for reaching that goal? Share it with me in the comments because I like seeing, what you guys are interested in, what you love doing, what your dreams are, and, the places you'd like to go, because maybe I'll get some ideas of my future vacation destinations from you guys. So put your answer down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this lesson, please let me know so that I can continue to make more business English lessons for you. And there are 3 ways that you can help me. First thing, give this video a thumbs up on YouTube and subscribe to my channel so that you get the next business English lessons. And there are some good ones coming up in the next couple of weeks for the summer. Second thing, go over to the blog post and check out the article and the written lesson that goes with this video lesson. And while you're there, sign up to my newsletter so I can send you extra bonuses over the next few weeks as well. And the final thing that you can do is continue learning with me with this next lesson all about how to pitch your business in casual conversations. And thank you so much for improving your English and yourself with Business English with Christina, and I'll see you next time.